Hello and welcome to the Life Laundry Podcast. I'm Gemma.
I'm Chippy. That's it. We're job done.
I'm all discombobulated today. I've got a new computer because I decided I can't really work anymore on my laptop because the A on my laptop is completely gone. I obviously type A a lot.
A is quite an important one, I'd say.
And it's just annoyed me. So I went into the Apple shop, and I'm just like a moth to a flame when I go in there. I've accidentally bought myself a pink iMac.
What? It's pink?
Oh, it's pink. It's so pretty. Anyway.
Is it though?
Yeah. But the bad thing is, it's got an HD fucking camera on it, right? I am not happy. Look at Chippy. Chippy looks like she's put Vaseline on her lens. She looks lovely. I when I get close, you can literally see every single pore, right? Since I've bought this new computer, I've had it 2 days. I've invested in some brand new eye wrinkle cream. So I'm just like, what the fuck is that? Like literally, I was going, but Mike, you can see every single pore. He said, you want to upgrade your camera? And I'm like, well, you can see every single pore.
No, you don't. You look good. I deliberately quite like the has a child put a finger over my camera look.
Yeah, but mine is like, I am in stark HD.
You can see every strand of your hair. Whereas I'm just over here like Stevie Nicks in the 70s.
I just have to purposely like dirty get a bit of sellotape across that or something.
Get a bit of what?
Sellotape.
What?
Sellotape. Sellotape.
Sellotape.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got an E in it. It's not.
No, I know.
Well, originally you said salad tape. And I was like, she's gone to a level of organisation that I haven't even heard of.
Right, this computer should be renamed. Buy it and realise how much you've aged. That's what this computer should be called. Like, this is like, I'm not happy with the situation. Getting my hair cut today. Very excited about that.
We'll have you next week. You'll be like, I took it back. And I said, I do not want to see every pore. It's not for me. That's what you'll say next week.
Like, okay, what do you do like for a job? And I was like, well, I just do a lot of editing, like audio and video, and I need a bigger screen.
Did you say that, Gemma?
I did, yeah. I said those words, and then he said, right, okay, so why don't you just
the I word?
No, I didn't say that. And he said to me, why don't you just get a bigger screen and plug it into your laptop? And I was like, no, because that'll have mess on the desk. And they don't like wires. There's things I don't like in my life, overhead lights and wires. And he was like, right, okay, fine. He said, what? And he said, I recommend this one. And I was like, does it come in any other colours though? It's like, no, it's just in silver. And I was like, I don't want it. I want that over there. I want the pink one.
From a woman who about 6 months ago said, I'm never wearing anything but black.
Yeah, well, listen, because I have a tale to tell. When I lived in Manchester, I just finished my A-levels. I never went to university because, oh God, look how wrinkly my hands look. Oh my God. Look, Chippy. You know them things you used to get when you in the 90s, those witches' fingers? That's what I look like I've got with this bloody camera.
Do you know? Oh, hang on.
Happy. It's not doing anything for myself.
Makeup artist, top tip.
Yeah.
Elbows and hands are the things that give an age away. So you can spend all your money on face creams and you can spend all your money on both.
What is it? What's the tip?
Well, do your hands, do your elbows.
Oh, brilliant. I thought you were going to say, and there's this secret product that we've all not told you all about.
But exfoliating your hands makes a huge difference and nobody ever does it.
Exfoliate?
Yeah, because you know when you get dry skin on your hands, that dry skin, when you put hand cream on, you're just sticking it dead skin back to skin. It's just going to come back again. So you do better to exfoliate your hands, then moisturize, and put any excess moisturizer when you do your face on your chest, your elbows, your hands, backs of hands. Like if you use a brightening serum, back of the hands.
Okay. Right. So I did my A-levels and I was working for ITV in Manchester, and I was like living my best life, right? 18, had a flat, but my fiance at the time couldn't seem to get a job in Manchester, right? And so we moved to the arse end of nowhere, essentially, and I gave up my dream career. Not that I'm bitter about it or anything. I got in this like thing at this TV studio, but I didn't stay. And everybody had, you know, the old IMAX with like the curved.
Yeah.
Because it was just basically two men who were a production company. And it was just really boring.
Yeah.
No, not like that. It was just really boring.
Like, no. But what I mean is, were you always going to be the girl that made tea?
I don't think so. But it was just like they did like promotional videos for tractors. You know, it wasn't really like what I'd just come from. I'd come from the ITV. You know what I mean? Yeah, basically. Anyway, but
Derek, did you say to them, do you know what I've worked on? Do you know the celebrities I'm friends with?
No, but they all had them curved back IMAX. Do you remember them?
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember?
Yeah.
The blue one, there's an orange one, a blue one, and a red one, or was there? And I was like, in my 18-year-old brain, I was like, these people have made it.
Yeah, this is it.
So this is the pinnacle, right? So when I was unpacking this, and when I say stalking the UPS man, oh my God, like it took a week to get it because I had to I did things and upgraded parts of it anyway.
Awesome.
I opened the box and I was just like, oh,
I've made it.
It's me. Hi. I was so happy. It was like, and I took a picture of it. I sent it to Mike. And Mike's like, do you want any help? I was like, no, I chose it. I'm going to set it up. It's all good. And I did, apart from like the camera. I'm still trying to figure that out.
This is the difference between you and me. You and me with attention deficit disorder. I'd literally open it and be like, it's me. Hi. I'm bored. Joe, call me when it's set up and running. No interest in setting it up at all.
Yeah. So now I've got a screen and I'm not like scowling to try and see.
Yeah, it's better for your back, I think.
Yeah.
She says, like an old lady.
So yeah, so if you're watching this,
because whenever you get like, when you get a book delivered, and I'm like, look, Gemma, you wrote that. Look at that, Gemma. You're like, yeah, I'm on to the next thing now. I'm over it. A new computer, and you're like, I've made it. Fuck those men in there.
Do you know what? It's pink, and you know what? Even the wires that they've sent with it are the same pink. Look, Chippy, look. That's the attention to detail.
I love that some people are really apologetic about Apple, and you're like, I love it. They're the best.
I am such an Apple. I'm
an Apple girl. Like
this
sums up our different personalities quite well. You got a new computer this week. What did I do, Gemma?
I don't know.
I went to pick Jim up from a play date on Friday, came home with 2 geckos. Now, I know what you're going to say. But Chippy...
Why? There should be 3.
Well, all your pets come in 3. They do have an egg. So I've got 2 geckos and an egg.
How big's the...
What? How big's the egg? Like the size of my little fingernail? It's like a little egg.
It's not for me.
It's not.
Right, okay.
Do you know what's really not for you? Is that
what?
I went to my friend's kids had just got bored of them, so I bought them back, and she was like, they don't need anything. They're really easy to look after, and they don't need anything, but they do like certain things. So I got them a heat lamp. And I got them some live mealworms. And so now we have a tray of live mealworms on the kitchen counter that if you put...
Oh, no. I would divorce you. I would. There's not a fucking chance. That's not happening.
I said, if you put some carrot peel in there, it disappears within seconds.
What, into the meal?
In the mealworms, they're sort of like a seething mass.
Oh, Chippy!
And I did say to Joe on my way home, I was like, this is such a Chippy move. I just went to pick Jim up and now I'm coming home with a fucking tank full of geckos. But then I thought, thank goodness I know that Joe's going to roll his eyes and be like, oh, for fuck's sake. He's going to say that he hates the geckos for 2 weeks. And then I'll come downstairs in the 3rd week and he'll be like, hi, babies. How are you doing? Are you okay, babies? So, and I thought there are loads of people whose husbands would have a complete epi, or Gemma would be like, oh, it's no.
They are not coming into my kitchen. No.
Oh, they're so sweet. They're little tiny geckos with little splatty hands. So yeah, you get new shiny clean computer in your après-ski activewear. I get a tin full of geckos and some mealworms.
Yeah. I have got some good news.
You've made £80 billion.
No, but
we're going to Bali.
No, but I'm going to Florida in 10 weeks' time.
Hang on, 10 weeks.
Easter holidays.
Took me a while. I didn't even get there. That's exciting. How long are you going for?
2 weeks. So I took the advice of the laundrettes and the April suggestion. If we go again, I'll go in April. So spring break, I think, is earlier this year for the US. So that's like March. So we're flying out 2nd of April, like to mid-April. So we're all very excited.
It's really exciting. What's the weather going to be like? How you haven't looked, have you, Gemma?
Like sort of mid to high 20s, I think. So yeah, all good. Happy, excited.
That is exciting.
Eddie's still got problems with his bottom.
Has he?
So we didn't tell you, we spoke about this. If you're eating, stop eating.
Yeah, this was pre-recording last week.
He had a
ruptured anal gland.
It was an abscess. It's abscessed. And so the gland had, and you know what? The woman said to me when I took him, because I just thought he got a sore bum, and I took him to the vet, and then she was like, he must have been in so much pain.
Veterinary surgeon. He's got a sore bum. That's a medical condition.
I just took him for some cream. I was like, I think he just needs some cream or something on his bum. And then she's like, no, what's happened here? He's had an abscess that's ruptured the skin, right? So it's rather messy on his bum cheek. And anyway, last week the abscess was the size of a plum. So we put him on some antibiotics and some anti-inflammatory. It took him back yesterday. The abscess is now the size of a grape, so it's getting better. So she's like, I think I'm going to
go up. I was panicked for Eddie.
No. So I think I'm going to see if I can express his anal gland. So I was like, okay.
I told you about the smell.
No, it wasn't the smell.
Oh.
I've never heard a dog scream.
Oh.
He screamed, and it's the only time in his life I've ever seen him show a hint of, I'm about to become aggressive in a minute. And like, when you can just see it in a dog, and she's like, okay, I'm going to stop. And the poor dog was traumatized. Like, they heard him in the waiting room scream. And on the way home, it was in the car, I'm going, oh my God, Eddie, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And like, he had his doggy seatbelt on, and he's like trying to get into the front to go and get on my knee. And then we got home, and he just sat on my knee, and he just put his head underneath my armpit. And every now and again he'd go. I couldn't work out whether he was still in pain or he was just reliving what had just happened. And he didn't leave my side last night. And last night he actually slept in my bed. So he's on another course of antibiotics. So he's on 2 lots of antibiotics and some anti-inflammatories. And if it's not better by next week, he has to have an operation.
Poor little poppet. There's no dignity. I still can't believe you're having all this anal gland situation and you haven't had to smell it yet.
I mean, no.
It's so unfair.
Some came out.
My dogs had anything to do with their anal glands. Our first implication is like, is there dead fish somewhere? And then you're like, oh no. And they sit on your knee and then a little bit of gland juice gets on your trousers. And for the rest of the day, you're like, is there something?
Well, I'm following them around with a towel at the moment. Sit on that. Sit on that. Sit on that.
It's a full-time job.
I just feel so sorry for him. Anyway, that's you're all caught up with my news. Florida and anal glands. That's basically what we should call this episode of
Yeah, that's the name of the episode. Well, I feel less bad about my heaving pile of mealworms that I brought into the kitchen. Everyone's glands are under control.
When I was little, I got a pair of pet snails that I got in the garden. I got an old Coca-Cola bottle, an empty Coca-Cola bottle, put 2 garden snails in there, some sticks, some pebbles and bits and bobs and everything. And one night I was getting ready for guides or something, and I had my pet snails next to me because I took them everywhere.
Obviously.
And I was eating my fish fingers and I suddenly thought, oh, because they were crawling up the side of the thing and I could see their foot as they were crawling up the side of the thing. And that's just like, no, it's put me right off of fish fingers. I couldn't eat fish fingers for months. I had to let them out.
You're a very complex person, Gemma. I don't like spiders, but everything else I'm a bit like live and let live. Weirdly, my husband, who is unperturbed by anything, cannot bear centipedes.
Oh, I can't. Oh,
literally centipedes or millipedes. He'll pick up massive spiders with his hands, crickets. He'll eat anything that's put in front of him. Like I've seen him eat a tripe soup that honestly you couldn't pay me to eat, but he didn't want to be rude. And he was like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Like centipede comes in and he's like, I can't be in the same room as it.
Do you know what it is for me? I'm going to say that word, and please heed my warning when I say, do not Google this word, right? We have been here before.
Trypopophobia.
That's it, okay? Do not Google it. But it's anything, sets that off for me. Like, anything like that.
Oh, what, like the articulated body?
Yeah, and the like if I see like what
woodlice, do you like them?
Yeah, no, and also like this is really tortoise shells.
Okay.
And also when you go to the beach and you see, oh, it's making skin crawl, mussels on rocks. I can't sit anywhere near, like when you've got like lots of mussels.
Oh, what? But mussels or barnacles? Because barnacles have the little holes.
Both, all the clusters of things.
I don't think I have trypopophobia. There's a picture that goes around of holes on the hand, which...
Oh, don't, Chippy, because...
No, but what I mean is, I don't think anyone thinks that's okay. But the one thing that I do have a problem with, that I learned from, and I know that some people can't even bear crumpets. Sorry, Holly said the word crumpet. But lotus flowers.
Yeah, for me that's bad.
Yeah, for me that's bad. And it's so weird because I was like looking at all of this stuff being like, no, it's fine. Like all of this is fine. And then I see one of those in a garden centre or something and I'm like, ugh. No.
It actually makes my brain fizz. Like I can feel fizzing in my head.
It's not. So yeah, my manly sorts everything out husband, you won't see him if there's a centipede.
So please, everybody, please don't Google it because we've had some traumatizing laundrettes.
Yeah, we did. Sorry, and I just thought it was so funny because there I was being all tough. I'm fine with stuff, and then no.
In fact,
about that
I
gecko.
read something really interesting years ago about the human nature and like why we're attracted to things, attraction and disgust.
Yeah.
And I think I took part in a survey or something, so it was something to do with the BBC or something, and they showed you pictures of like things that would make you go, oh god, like that's not attractive, like on a person. So like there was this awful picture of this person, you just saw a close-up of their teeth, and they had like some god knows reason with maggots in their mouth. I think it must have been staged, right? Because you know some fishermen like will put a maggot in their mouth to warm it up before they put it on the hook. I could never kiss a man who's done that. Okay. I'm just putting that out to the universe. Okay. But
I love the idea of you online dating. Dislikes men who've had maggots in their mouth. It's a deal breaker for me.
That's not a euphemism.
Do you know what? I was showing pictures. I was looking at I follow this guy online who rescues dogs in Thailand, and he was sharing pictures of puppies that he'd rescued when he rescued them, and then a year later, and they had you would not like this, but they had ticks in their ears. But they had so many ticks in their ears that you couldn't see any skin. Have you got Rocky behind you?
No.
Oh, well, you know how dogs have their little triangle ears, and then they have a little circle bit. Their ticks were in there as well.
I'm sorry, I wouldn't be able to cope.
Well, I was like, give me a tick remover. I'm going fucking in. I want to get them out. Oh my God. Whereas all three of my children, who are quite gross, were like, ugh, I'm going to have nightmares. I'm going to have nightmares. And I was like, what? It's just ticks. So I was like, I'm quite happy I would sit there for hours removing those ticks. But this brings me on to my Amazon purchase of the week. I was complaining to a friend of mine who is possibly the most organised person I know, apart from you, Gemma. From you. And she's not organised in her cleaning at all, but just in general life. But anyway, I was saying, Joe can't hear anything. He's got the waxiest ears, and he has to go to this man, and it costs £80, and it's really annoying. And the NHS don't do it anymore, obviously. And she was like, oh, you just get this thing from Amazon, and it has an app, and it has a camera on it, and you can scoop out your ears and look at it on your phone whilst you're doing it. And I, quote, said to Joe, this has been the most satisfying night of our marriage. He's never going to live that down. He's never going to forget that. But my God. And he was like, this is the most disgusting thing ever. And I was like, it's the most satisfying thing ever. In a way, I wish he was more prone to blackheads.
God.
The beauty industry is really taken off with social media, and now everyone's a makeup artist or everyone's an expert. But I feel like it really separates the pros from the non-pros by those of us who are like, give me a blackhead, give me some tissue paper, I'm going in.
Now, have you seen, this is currently an evolving situation, and I expect you to be all over it considering you are in the beauty industry. Mascara gate.
No. What is it?
Right, so it's on TikTok.
Up with the trends.
Come on. Now, come on, Chippy.
No, I'm too busy being caught up in everyone deciding that you can put all your makeup on at the same time and blend it together.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit weird. Well, that's a question, actually.
Yeah.
A question before I go on to ask you about Mascara gate. Technical question about makeup, right? I'm on the TikTok, right? We'll come across people putting makeup on, right? Now, I have always done base, then eyes.
Yeah.
Why is everyone doing eyes, then base?
Because I'm a fucking trend setter. But also, And can I just say that years ago, when I started on social media doing makeup, 10, 15 years ago, I used to have comments from kids being like, oh, you're doing it wrong because you're doing it eyes first. The reason I do eyes first, and the reason quite a lot of professional makeup artists do eyes first, is threefold. Right. One, if you're on set, quite often the makeup artist is the person who gets their time squeezed the most. And so you have like 5 minutes to get someone looking good. And eyes take longer than base. So if you get the eyes done how you want, you can slap a base on super quick. But also in the days of digitalization, they will quite often afterwards go and tweak the face digitally anyway. And I've even been on shoots where they're like, don't do the base, which for me makes me feel sick. Can't do it. Always do a base. But I would be doing this really over the top, like glitter or foil eye, and then they would be doing the complete base on a computer. So also,
but to the common gut, there's a third.
There's a second. Secondly, and maybe thirdly, I've lost count. If I'm doing a bride or if I'm doing a photo shoot or whatever, red carpet, you don't want drop down to ruin your base. There's no point in spending ages getting perfect looking base makeup and then having some powder drop onto it, and you have to really carefully clean it up. So do the eye makeup first, then do your base. Also, for me, blusher completely depends on my face that day, my eye makeup that day, what color my eyes look that day, what I'm wearing that day. So I do my eye makeup personally depending on mood and what I'm doing that day. Then I do my base, which is pretty much always the same. And then I will do my blusher, because if I'm wearing black, I need a slightly more pinky blusher and more of it. And if I'm wearing a colour, I'll go slightly peachier blusher and less of it, etc. So if I've gone and done my makeup and then I do my eye makeup might not go in my blusher. But do you know what? It really annoys me about makeup on social media. There is no right or wrong, Gemma.
No.
You
but for the common garden
like to do it,
mom, doesn't matter.
No.
Right. Okay. Well, anyway,
how you want to do it, how it makes you comfortable, in whatever order you want to do it in. And if it stays on until the end of the day, then it doesn't matter if 1 billion kids and makeup artists on Instagram tell you otherwise. If your makeup goes on how you like it and stays on how you like it, you put it on however the fuck you like, love. Literally, the first thing I learned when I trained in makeup was there are no rules in makeup. The best makeup artist in the world, arguably, doesn't even use brushes. And she didn't go to school. Yeah. Okay.
Mascara gate.
Yeah.
There's a famous, when I say famous, I don't really know, but she's got 14.4 million followers on TikTok. Like, so pretty big.
Yeah.
Michaela something. She's American.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I've heard of her.
Yeah. So she was doing a brand deal yesterday with L'Oreal. So she put this video out to advertise L'Oreal's something telescopic or something mascara.
Yeah.
Right?
It's okay.
So she had no eye makeup on.
Yeah.
And she had you couldn't really see her eyelashes. She's got very sparse lashes. Like, that's her thing. She talked about all the time. So she did 1 coat, she did 2 coats, and I'm just watching it. And then all of a sudden, her eyelashes are like, ooh, like this after a cut in the video. And like, everyone's like, dude, we can literally see the wispies like on the sides of your eyes. You have clearly got false, but I couldn't tell because I'm just like a complete novice. And everyone's like, look, you can see this here, and everyone's zooming in, and she's just like doubling down, going, nope, it's definitely the mascara. But like, her number of lashes have like tripled, and like on the outer corners especially so. After you see the glue after you finish.
Shall I look? What's yeah, they are fake. Oh dear. And also, what's really sad about that is I'm just watching a cut clip of it, but like she does I'm going to do a second layer, and then cuts, obviously. And it's fine before then.
Yeah, you can see it's made a massive difference.
What's really annoying is that mascara has been around for a while, and it's okay.
Do you know what I think it is? And having skin in the game, as they say, but not in like the makeup game. But I think if you are able to leverage and charge quite a lot of money for a collaboration or an ad or something like that, you can kind of get like this imposter syndrome. And I can imagine it's quite tempting to over deliver for the brand, essentially, especially if you feel like they've paid you a lot of money. Whereas the brand probably would just be happy if she'd have just stopped at like, but also the brand would have
that's what I was going to say. That the brand would have had to approve that.
So there's this other theory going around that I saw just before we came on today. This woman's like, they knew what they were doing, because the amount of content creators now that have gone out and bought this mascara to try and debunk her video, and it's all over TikTok. This brand, and essentially,
and it's actually no skin off her nose. She then turns around and goes, L'Oreal and I had this idea that actually a way to get everyone talking about it was me to lie. Do you know what I mean? Because
twist.
Yeah, because initially I was like, but they'd had to pay her an awful lot for her reputation to be sullied. But actually, if she can turn around and say she was part of the plan, get people talking about it, get people trying it for themselves. I just think it's a really weird choice on a product that's been out for ages. It's been out for like a decade or more.
I think I've tried it and I didn't like the wand.
No. The thing about, I have a mascara theory, buckle up everyone. Everyone's always wanting the perfect mascara. I get asked about it a lot. And if I recommend a mascara and someone doesn't like it, it's literally like I've pissed on their kids. But the thing is that eyelashes are so individual. Like if I went to your hairdresser and said, can I have exactly what you do to Gemma's hair? Colour, cut, treatments. It wouldn't look nice on me. And I'd be pissed off because I'd be like, well, this doesn't suit me. And it's the same with the mascara. Everyone's eyelashes are different. Everyone's are different in terms of how they want to look. And like, I hate a plastic fake brush. I really like the original style brushes, for example. So as nice as a mascara it can be, if it doesn't have a normal old school brush, I'm not going to like it. Also, I know from someone who makes their own mascara, there are about 3 different ways that you can formulate mascara, and that's it. So every mascara is basically the same. It's just different brush and different way it's stored in the thing. So yeah, it really, it's just a brand thing of like, this is going to be the best mascara. And it's like, for some people, it probably will be, but not for everyone. There's never going to be a mascara invented that everyone loves. Here endeth the lesson.
Just and what's funny is that now everyone's calling for Jeffree Star to come back. So he's now waded in and gone, right, I'm going to come back. And I think his exact words were, I'm sick of these biatches like conning their followers. So now he's going back.
I hate him. I don't hate many people.
He's been nice and quiet in Wyoming with his camels. He's got loads of camels, hasn't he? He's got a camel farm in Wyoming now. He's cut his hair, he's dissolved his Botox, he's dissolved his fillers, he's got a little bit of stubble.
Don't like him.
What's going on with the world, Chips?
I don't know, but I'm very happy here with my geckos, my chickens and my ducks, my mealworms. I'm full of top tips today with my earwax scooper, my mascara sermon. But also, did you know about an app My friend showed this to me yesterday and it's already transformed my life, called Stow Card.
No.
It's the pink one. So it will go with your computer.
Okay. Yeah.
If, like me, and you'll probably be like, oh no, don't like it. If, like me, you have a Tesco card, a Next card, a Debenhams card, a Superdrug card, a Boots card, you get this app, you scan all your cards onto it, and then you put them in a drawer and forget about them, and you have it all on your app.
Okay.
And so my wallet has like halved, and I no longer have to be that person at the till that has a sparkly hair tie around all my store cards and has to sheaf through them to find them.
What's it called?
Stow Card, STO card.
Talking of Boots, I still have the original Boots card that they gave me when I was 16. And every time I go into a Boots, someone always comments, it's a relic, that.
Yeah, I know, because then because that's partly why I couldn't throw it away. I was like, this is something for the history here. This will probably be when my village do the next round of, like every 15 years or so, people get keen on time capsules.
Yeah.
Next time a time capsule comes around, I'm going to be like, scrap everything else. Look what I've got.
This is a shout out to the universe, to calling Sweaty Betty. Sweaty Betty. I require everything in my size for my Florida trip. I plan on only wearing Gary items, Gary short sleeve jumpsuit.
I feel like you will be very sweaty in Sweaty Betty, won't you?
Oh no. The Gary is perfect. I'm going to fly in my Gary long sleeve.
Your long sleeve, yeah. Okay.
Fly in my Gary long sleeve, and then I've got my Gary strappy.
Short sleeve. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I want some type of shorts jumpsuit thick.
Discuss, elaborate what's going on.
So it's like a jumpsuit,
yeah,
but with shorts.
Like a play suit.
Yeah, I want a play suit, please, Sweaty Betty. And so because you wash them at night, dry by the morning, so you hardly have to pack anything.
And they pack flat.
And they're dead comfy, they don't crease, and like they're perfect for getting on and off rides and walking around.
Well, I'm going to London today for the night, and I'm going on train, and I'm not taking anything except for research for next week's podcast because it's a current case and it's really tricky. So I'm taking my one bag. I'm going to my sister's private view tonight. What do you wear, Gemma? If you're traveling on the train, you've got a private view.
Day to night.
Yeah, day to night, arty people looking good. You wear your Gary jumpsuit. And then I just have to pack clean undies for tomorrow. Wear my Gary jumpsuit home.
Yeah. Heels, putting heels with it?
No, Air Max, as always.
Oh.
But it's cold, so I'll be wearing my leg warmers as well. I feel like we style Gary very differently.
What? Leg warmers?
Yeah, do you not wear leg warmers?
No.
Do you have cold legs?
I always have bare ankles. Like I never get cold legs.
Oh, okay.
You know what part of me does get cold?
What?
My bum cheeks. They're always cold.
That's because you're wearing a fucking thong all the time. Honestly, before we started recording, I said to you, I'm wearing a Gary. I'm going to go for a pee now because I can't just nip to the loo like it's a palaver. And I did think whilst I was having a pee, if I didn't have to wear a thong, and I think this is where you've gone, if we didn't have to wear a thong for the Gary jumpsuit, I don't 8 and just rotate them. But because you wear thongs all the time, it's not a problem. But I really like pants.
What? No, you didn't have to wear a thong? What?
If I didn't have to wear a thong, if I could wear my big pants with the Gary suit.
You can't, BPL, you can't.
No, you can't. So I'm wearing a thong now, and it's all I can think about. And I was just sitting on my bar stool in my kitchen thinking, the wood from the bar stool is making my cheeks cold.
Yeah, I've always got a cold.
Well, I wear leg warmers. So I'll be wearing my leg warmers up to London, and then I'll take them off for the evening, and that will be my evening. That's the equivalent for most people of putting flats onto high heels. I will take my leg warmers off.
What colour are your leg warmers?
Hold on, Gemma.
Oh, multicoloured.
Should we do an active demonstration?
Yeah.
Oh, toasty one. I won't be wearing, I haven't got the trainers I'm going to wear down here, obviously. Not that organised. I need a hero. No, that's not right. What's the one with leg warmers?
Let's get physical. I want to get physical. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk.
Fame.
That's
I'm
it.
gonna live forever.
Let me see. Whoa. They are intense. Oh, that's not for me, Chips. This
is how I go to do school pickup. Do you think my children are going to be psychologically scarred?
No.
I look like fucking extra from Cats. My friend says you should have a little banner around your neck that says, I'm from London.
Yeah, I don't think you need a banner around your neck when you wear. I think it's obvious.
Oh, I got new glasses. You know how you always say you've got new glasses?
Yeah. Oh, I love a new frame. Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice.
But
yeah.
Can I tell you the best thing?
What?
Well, there's two best things. There's a pair of Ray-Bans that I've wanted for ages, but they're like 200 quid. I never got them. Went in, they were like, you should have sunglasses for driving. They have the Ray-Bans I like, discount, £67. Not with the lenses, so I got them without the lenses.
Okay.
Just got myself a pair of
They've got
just got myself a pair of sunglasses because I don't want these to live in the car. My kids destroy things in the car.
Oh, nice.
And I went and I usually go to Specsavers, but I thought I'm going to support small local business. Specsavers is so much cheaper.
Yeah.
So much cheaper. Anyway, I was crying thinking about my new glasses and how they cost like the equivalent of a holiday. Look at this glasses case.
Oh, that makes it all worth it, Chippy.
Doesn't it? I'm sorry, but Specsavers usually give me one that someone sat on.
My claim to fame, it's not actually a claim to fame. Well, actually, I didn't get any last time I went to Specsavers. I didn't get a frame. I said to them, can I have a foldable frame? One that doesn't take up a lot of bulk in my bag.
Yeah.
I don't have many of them, so I just left without a frame. When I went to Las Vegas, this very sharp-looking gentleman came up to me and went, nice frames. I'm married.
Stop. I am married. I have these in my bag for when I'm feeling like an old lady and I can't read a menu.
Yeah. And are they like the ones you get from like the standard Boots? Like
Tiger.
Oh, really?
£4.
Yeah, but are they where you have to stand at like that little spinny thing and you have to like read the...
No, because I know what I am.
Oh, I don't.
Do you not know what you are?
No? Is that a thing?
What? You don't know what your prescription is?
I can never remember whether I'm short or long-sighted, but I know that I've got astigmatism.
I've got astigmatism. So I'm long-sighted. So one eye is +2 and the other one is +0.75.
Oh, now I want to know.
Wow. And Joe is -3.75.
Okay, well, hold on.
Short-sighted.
If you know that, then why don't you buy all of your glasses from Tiger?
Because these are +2 and one of my eyes, you want your glasses to match your eyes.
Okay, so like, okay, I'm with you.
Yeah. But Joe's the kind of blind where it's really fun if you put him in a room and he doesn't have his contact lenses in or his glasses on, you switch off the lights. Because then he can't, because he's short-sighted, he has to go around like this.
Oh, that's mean.
You say mean, I say funny.
What's been your positive of the week?
Positive of the week? Let me think. Well, my geckos. I love them. I know, I had a realization. I had a personal realization, Gemma. I'm never going to be able to say no to a free animal. Never. Even if it's something I don't really like. I think I could say no to, I would say no to a free spider. I can't have a tarantula. Joe wouldn't be okay with the snake. We used to have a snake and it tried to bite him and he was scared of it. So, but if I had a snake, I'd probably just keep it in my office. So I'd say no to a free spider and a scorpion. I don't want a scorpion. Because do you know what my philosophy on that is?
Yeah.
I can't have an animal in the house that I can't clean out. And so in principle, of course, my kids could have a spider, a tarantula if they wanted, but we all know that kids aren't 100% reliable on A, cleaning it out, B, keeping the tank closed. So if I can't clean it out, I'm not having it in the house. So weirdly, when I went on the first time I went on holiday after having kids, I texted my sister on the way to the airport. I think I was going to Sicily with Joe. And I texted my sister on the way to the airport because my sister, if we die, gets my kids. Bearing in mind she agreed to this when I just had one really good, well-behaved one. And now I've got like a billion pets. And anyway, so I texted her saying, if I die, Ned can have any pet he likes. And she was like, yep, completely the same for me. Both of us are like, whatever pets our kids want, they can have. We're completely obsessed. So anyway, my geckos are I've always wanted lizards. Now I've got them. And that also is my thing of, I was saying a couple of weeks ago how I would love coffee, thank you. I was saying a couple of weeks ago how I've been reframing how I think about the day and how it's like, it's going to be a good day, I'm going to have fun, it's going to be nice things. And I have been asking the universe for lizards for yonks. And now, what's been your positive of the week, Gemma? Anal glands?
Florida. So excited.
Have you got a countdown? You're going to do an Organised Mum Team Top holiday.
I love America. I've always had a love affair with America ever since I read the Babysitter Club books. Like I've always had an affinity with America, and I'm just so excited to take the children to America. Like Tom and Johnny have been to Disney World before, but that was when Tom was like 3 and a bit and Johnny was still in a buggy. I don't know why I went. It was just the wrong age to take kids to Disney World. They didn't have a bloody clue what was going on. So I'm really excited to take them to America. I'm really excited to take Ben to America. And like, I'm the sort of person that I get overcome by emotion, like things like that. So I know the second that we walk into the magical kingdom or whatever,
you're going to
see the castle, I will be crying. Like, not because I'm not even really like Disney, but I do like Disney, but I just love roller coasters and rides. And like, we bought our tickets and we're going to like Universal and like all of the water parks and, you know, anyway, and it's not long to wait, which is amazing because we were going to wait till April
the year after.
But
it's your 40th, really?
Well, yeah, and I'm just going to walk around going, don't care, it's a birthday, everyone's got to do what I want to do.
And everyone will be like, oh, when's your birthday? Oh, it is quite soon.
Yeah, but what I mean is, I'd be like, everyone's got to do as they're told. I want to go to this restaurant because this is.
I know, but I thought people would be like, oh, that's so nice. When's your birthday? I mean, they will. It's April. Your birthday's in February, right? So they'll be like, oh.
Yeah, but I'm going to milk that for all it's worth. So I'm really excited because I have not been abroad.
On a work? No, you haven't been abroad since before COVID.
Since 2019. If I'd have known when I was in Rhodes, I wouldn't have come home. I'd have stayed in Rhodes. I'd be like, I don't care.
Oh yeah, but then I'd have had to deal with you phoning me up going, it's not for me. Get me home. I've gone off it. I do not like Rhodes anymore. I keeps going, we need to book a holiday. I can't. Who the hell am I going to get to look after the dogs and the cats? No, I don't have a cat.
Well,
and the ducks and the chickens and the lizards.
Well, my mum and dad are going to look after the chickens, and Rocky and Eddie is sharing a room in the kennels. I know, and they've got a trial day before they go in. Also,
your dogs aren't dicks, so it'll be fine. My dogs are massive dicks, so some of them won't get walked. So if I went away for 2 weeks, Magda wouldn't get a walk for 2 weeks. Then she'd eat some. They won't walk Loki at a kennel. He's unpredictable. Whereas Eddie, they'll be like, oh, we squeezed his glands and had a cuddle. I don't know why they're not taking them up north, are you?
No. Right, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we shall speak to you next week. Say goodbye, Chippy.
Bye.